Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everybody? I'm so glad to see you guys here. Welcome to the first official episode of Between the Laps. We've taken a big hiatus. Initially, we were called myswim.co, and we shared all sorts of things. We shared tips, workouts, different things like that. It was great. We took a long break though, almost a year to the date. And now we're back. You guys have inspired us to bring a new show where we can share even more content with you. So what today we're going to talk about, based on some of the questions we've gotten from previous episodes, is all about recovery, particularly freestyle recovery. One of the questions that came up was all about how do we deal with freestyle recovery and why? Why do we have to care so much about how that works? This is actually a very important part. People forget about what's happening as their arm is coming up out of the water. They don't think about that. They think so much about the pull that they don't pay attention to the situation that's happening outside the water. But this is just as important. So when we're talking about recovery, there's two kind of camps on how recovery goes. The first is when you're swimming to have straight arm, kind of a straight arm approach, okay? This is okay. It helps with adding speed to your stroke. Let's say you're sprinting, so you're doing a 50 free. You can windmill your arms a lot faster if you do a straight arm recovery. And this is like the only time that is good. So if you're doing a 50 and you really want to try to get a lot of turn into your stroke, straight arm recovery is kind of good because you can just kind of straight and reach, okay? Really get a lot of movement. The problem with the straight arm recovery is that it doesn't allow you to get that hand in the right position at the catch. All right, that's a big thing that is a huge struggle for a lot of swimmers who use straight arm recovery. If you're a swimmer like myself, I actually end up doing a little bit of straight arm recovery and normal recovery. And what I mean by normal recovery is a nice high elbow that gets your arm in the right position, ready for that nice deep catch. And so you can really pull through the rest of your stroke and accelerate yourself forward. So with a high elbow, you really want to think about getting that good rotation that we've talked about before. So here, come up, and my elbow is now the highest point of my stroke. I have a nice turn to my body, and not just because I'm talking to the camera. It's here, reach, high elbow, forward, and my hand is angled slightly in order to get that catch, keep my elbow nice and high, and pull through. You'll notice when we get to this point, I'm just going to come a little closer here now. My fingers are my lowest point. My elbow is high. It's not dragging like this. I keep it nice and high up in the air, right here. I pull, and I can pull through, right? Partially why we have that high elbow approach to our swimming is so that we can get that hand in that right position when we get ready for that next stroke. It also helps keep our bodies turned. If you have your elbow nice and high, you can get that shoulder up out of the water, come in, pull forward. Right? It gets that rotation so we can start building strength from our core. But if we do a straight arm, you're more likely to kind of swim sort of flat and push the water down to the bottom of the pool. This is going to cause a lot of bounce into your stroke. So instead of pushing yourself forward, all you're going to do is kind of push yourself up and down in the water. So you're going to kind of get this lopsided up and down stroke. But if you can get that, enter that with your hand low, with your fingers low, elbow nice and high, you can better position yourself to pull the water back behind you. Okay? that's certainly something you want to think about as you continue to move forward. There's some really good drills out there to work on high elbow position. A few favorites are, of course, fingertip drag. This is a great one where you just drag your fingers. This is the surface of the water right here. As I come up, I'm dragging. I can even just sort of piano play my way along the top of the water and get in for that reach, that catch, pull, and accelerate through. So you're just going to swim with that nice fingertip drag, thinking high elbows, never letting that elbow drop at the catch so you can get that deep catch forward. Another drill that's quite popular is where you can touch your shoulder, your head, and forward. Right? So you come up, touch, 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 forward. Okay. And again, that keeps that nice high elbow all the way through the stroke. So that's all we have for today. Keep it nice and short for you. What I would like to see is I want you guys to post your questions. We're coming at you at least once a week. We'll be posting on Wednesdays. So post your questions in the comments below, or you can send an email to chris@myswim.co, and I will answer your questions in each weekly segment. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.